The following is a presentation of TFNN. Live at TFNN, the Money Masters.
Let's go to Carlos in California. Hey, Carlos, what's going on?
Yes. I want to thank you guys for all that you do for TFNN. I've been a Tiger for over 10 years. Actually, I started listening to you before I even speak a word of English.
Oh, really?
And the thing that captivated me was when you make like, rawr. I was like, wow, what is that?
That is so cool. And where are you from?
Take it serious. I'm from the south, actually the northwest part of Mexico.
I love it.
Right next to Guayabitos.
Okay.
It's close to Puerto Vallarta.
Okay, cool.
Yes, and I listen from there, and then when I arrived here, I married my wife, and then I keep listening to your radio station.
That's a beautiful thing, man.
That's a great thing.
Welcome, folks. Steve Rhodes, Tom O'Brien. We appreciate you growling and prowling out here with us, folks. We hope everyone, of course, had a great weekend. Let's make it a great week. We get the Dow right now down 163. Nasdaq's off 47. S&Ps are off 20. We get gold down 13. Silver's down $1. Silver's doing an ABC structure on the way down. Broke it. We'll see whether it got the juice. The juice is there. Copper down 8 pennies at 361. Bonds going after 144, baby. We're at 142.31 right now on bonds, folks. You got the dollar index up 33 ticks at 79.64. The euro's down 56. And you got ABC structures all over the place on the way down. And you get a major criminal enterprise at Walmart.
Yes, you do.
And that, folks, let me tell you something, man.
$3 right now.
Oh,
volume.
This is like so far over the top, it's unbelievable. I mean, when you talk about a major criminal enterprise, you know, the people that are in jail right now, whether it's for Enron fraud, all these guys are scratching their heads right now because we'll see where this shakes. But if you didn't hear about it over the weekend, the New York Times did a investigative article on Walmart, and folks, it's insane. It's over the top.
Yeah,
I mean, it's like over the top in a big way, and it goes right up to the CEO.
It does. Well, yeah, exactly. And
the thing that's amazing, this has been buried for 8 years.
Yeah.
It's good. Now, just think about something for a second, folks. This is the thing that is sad about the case that we're actually in, and this has to do with soft money. It has to do with lobbyists. It has to do with the revolving door between government and big business.
Yeah.
The head guy was one of the big guys in the FBI. Okay. Investigating.
Okay, right. Okay. Got it.
So picture, he did his job, but then he gave the results, and then then the CEO says, "Crush that baby down. We got to crush that quick."
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden it disappears. So my real question is, is that there's no doubt to me, and this is speculation on this part, but the Justice Department knew all about this because you have big guys in the FBI.
Yes.
They they put the report in. They're gone. They're friends. It's like, okay, so what are we going to do? But bottom line, folks, and this is where if you don't think that the way that companies do get big, they're most of them, no doubt, go after it and forget the rules.
Yeah, well, you got to take care of your competitors, right?
But the thing that's amazing is that it's still the Wild West right now. Because if you read you got to read this article, folks. Because what this article was all about was they built 203 stores or something
in Mexico.
Yeah, 233 stores in Mexico in the course of about 2 years. Okay, something that's unheard of, and of course it has to do with just paying everyone off. Now the key is, of course, is they put everyone else out of business.
Right, exactly.
Okay, so if you think that Walmart, anyway, it's quite a story.
And talk about volume coming out today. You're open for 41 minutes. You've done 13 million shares, close to 13 million shares, 12.5 million shares. And so that's getting ready to take out a swing point.
Oh yeah, I mean Walmart's toast. It's absolutely, look at that. And what's so bizarre about this? So let's look at this. You already come down in volume,
yes,
right?
That's right.
You go back up with nothing. On Friday, folks, you had 8.9 million. We had already had a swing point with 28, and now you get 12. I mean, it's gonna be what we're gonna be able to see here is this. Is that where the connections are, number one.
Yeah.
Who's going to get away with what? You know, because this is going to be this is not only, it already is a major scandal, but where it's going to come down and where it's going to get real dicey is that who knew what, even inside not only the company, I'm saying inside the Justice Department.
Right.
You know, if they let them skate for 8 years, think about it. You know, did they let them skate for 8 years? We'll find out.
Yeah.
You know?
So yet Walmart is the 12th weighted component inside the Dow. They represent about 3.5% or so of the actual Dow weighting inside there. So where is it that when you take a look at Walmart, where do you think longer term that stock might be headed for, at least from a test standpoint, and perhaps to blow through it? So
this is what's so cool. So let's see. Okay. So the
so if we take a look at it on a weekly basis, monthly basis, you think you'd go after?
Well, yeah, I would say that now.
Or since it already made its run for the highs, now it's time to make its run
for the lows.
Back to the lows.
This
so
is
$46 or so.
Yeah, if we put it on a maximum. Yeah, the maximum, absolutely.
Yeah.
$42.
Yeah.
You couldn't break out the highs, folks. Remember, we were watching Walmart for so long. You know, bottom line, couldn't break it out. Now it's going to try to break out the lows at 42. You know, the thing that, I'll tell you, the thing that is shocking.
Yeah.
Really, that it is a criminal enterprise. It is Walmart.
Right.
This is, folks, you get a picture of something. This is not a small deal. This was on a continual basis, millions of dollars getting paid off.
About $24 million or so, right?
Yeah.
Like that?
Well, that they know about.
Oh, that they know about. Okay.
That they know about.
Well, okay.
But they know about. And the thing that, you can make a million different excuses of why you're going to pay someone off to open stores. But the reality is that it's a criminal enterprise. And so these guys that sit up here and, get the la-di-da and want to put everyone else in jail.
Yeah.
It blows my mind, actually, man. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. But so now on the Dow, you're starting to tick away one at a time on large ABC downs.
Oh, yeah. Big time.
Right? Big time. So the headliners got some, because you started off with IBM.
Yeah.
That number one weighting inside there.
Right.
I can't recall. Cat, how was Cat?
Yeah, Cat get croaked.
Did it? Okay.
Yeah. Oh, not yet. Not yet.
Okay.
No, not yet. Qualcomm get croaked in the NASDAQ.
Yeah.
The Qs today, the first ones that, as an indice-wise, are breaking the B, and they got the volume. Yeah, all the Qs needed is 57 million today. We're already at 15.
Yeah.
So that one's going. Over in Europe, the DAX blew it away.
Sure did. Big time.
Now, we'll find out. I won't find out for another couple hours till we get the volume, but I suspect it's not going to be that hard because the way that these indices are going south, man, they're going south big.
Down 235 points right now.
Right. You get gold. Gold's been screaming. Gold has been leading the whole deal down. And, the thing that's amazing, folks, is that I was talking even last week, I said silver looked, stronger than gold. Silver didn't look like it wanted to break. Well, silver broke this morning. Now, the thing that's, if you look at that market by technical or fundamental, and, if you're a fundamentalist, folks, let me explain something to you right now. There's no way that gold and silver should be going down right now. This is what ends up happening at this time of the year. So picture the biggest demand. When you're talking fundamental supply and demand, China would be number one, India would be number two. Well, you know what? It's the biggest holiday tomorrow. This is the biggest.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. This is the holiday. It's a Hindu holiday, and what it is this, folks, is that there's certain things that they do to be lucky. Okay.
Yeah.
And it starts tomorrow, and most of the time. First off, what the holiday does...
Is it always the same time of the year?
It's always the same time of the year. And it has to do with the moons,
Oh, it does?
Yeah, it does. It has to do with...
the new moon that came in on Saturday?
Yeah, it has... Okay.
But I understand, yeah.
Yeah, it has to... And what happens is on the eve of this, which is now, most of the time, if you look at every time in the last 10 years, you have an acceleration going up.
Okay.
In the metals market.
Okay.
The reason being is that it's not that they buy a lot of gold. It's just that there's so many people there that they buy small amounts of gold.
For sure.
Gold and silver. That's the first part. Then the second part is that the marriage season starts in another 2 or 3 weeks.
Okay.
So without this getting traction, it's like, man, and of course what did happen this year is India basically gave it to themselves, meaning the government.
Yeah, with the increase in tax.
With the increase in tax, okay?
Yeah.
But that's telling me we have liquidation across all assets once again across the world.
Yeah, okay.
That's what's going on.
That's what the moving, okay.
Yeah, that's just the way that, whether gold started it, oil and gas after it.
Well, they don't want to be too austere over in
that.
Europe or what have you, right? So if they're not going to be able to cut back, you got to sell. You got to sell assets. Pay your bills.
No, exactly. And what's going to happen? It looks like what's going to happen in France. Everyone's going to be able to, retire now at 13 years old. Oh man, I'm telling you, it's pretty wild. Let's see, in the indices out here today, what do we got? So, you get 162 million in the NYSE, and you get 376 in the composite. The composite's going to just blow some people's minds, man. This is, yeah. See, the composite, folks, is so far away from the benchmark of the 20.
Oh no, yeah.
By the time the composite,
there's no question.
By the time the composite gets there, let me tell you something. The rest of the market's going to be destroyed.
Yeah, no, absolutely. When you start to put in that perspective, folks, what Tom's talking about is, for so long we used October 27th as really a key swing point area, and when you go to the Qs, you're looking at 59.20 as the top of that, and you're at $64 right now.
I know,
65, almost $65 right now.
It really is, man. It really is.
That'll be huge.
Yeah, and Apple this morning, the dippers try to save it from jumping the creek, but they couldn't save it, folks. You get Apple at 570 right now. You get accelerated volume. We're at 8 million right now versus 36 million. Bottom line is that Apple's going to do an ABC down. This is going to be wild watching this shake out, man. You got the B point on Friday. You made it by just slightly. But you made it.
I know, It's like a couple 100,000 shares or so.
Yeah.
I was looking at that.
But bottom line is it made it, and it's a big ABC structure down. So
now the good news, is that this morning it didn't gap all the way down and leave this huge island out there. So that was the first piece of good news from an Apple perspective.
Well, my take is on that. That's the deviance in the marketplace. See, because it has gone on so long. I talk about this a lot. Yeah. That's how it works.
Yeah.
Give it another day.
Yeah.
Boom. Steve Rhodes, Tom O'Brien. You stay right there, folks. We're coming right back.
X-Story Gold Mines, an NYSE Amex-listed company trading under the symbol XG, is slated to be the newest gold-silver producer in Argentina. X-Story is forecast to produce more than $250 million in bullion annually, beginning in 2013, at a cash cost of less than $200 for each ounce of gold produced. That forecast will make X-Story one of the highest margin operators in South America and a sector leader in the mining industry. X-Story has $50 million in its treasury, having spent over $60 million to date on drilling and engineering. The ultimate size of its Argentina discovery could be determined by year-end, as results from the 6 drills operating at the site are fully assessed. To find out more about X-Story Gold Mines and their exciting growth potential, click on their banner on the front page of TFNN.com or check them out on the NYSE Amex under the symbol XG.
TFNN is proud to bring you the cutting edge of investment newsletters. Ken Shreve's Ultimate Growth Stocks. Ken is a top-down investor who lets price and volume in the major stock indices tell him when to be in the market and when to be out. By using his unique blend of fundamental and technical analysis, Ken will protect your hard-earned capital while realizing breakout gains. Go to TFNN.com today, click Investment Newsletters, and get Ken Shreve's Ultimate Growth Stocks free for 2 weeks.
You take a hands-on approach to managing your investment strategy. You're always looking for the next trading opportunity to magnify your perspective. Direction Shares connects sophisticated traders with a powerful array of ETFs from a wide range of asset classes. The markets may go up and down, and you want tools for both sides of the trade. Discover how we can help at DirectionShares.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction Shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain contain this and other information about Direction Shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction Shares at 800-851-0511. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors employing dynamic strategies. Investors in the fund should understand the consequences of seeking daily investment results, understand the risk of shorting, and intend to actively monitor and manage their investments. Distributor, Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Hi, folks. Turns out my best student became my best teacher. Steve Rhodes absolutely raised my standards, and I'll guarantee he'll raise yours.
Thanks, Tom. What I've learned is that if you want more, you must become more. And that transformation, folks, that occurs the moment you decide to become a master. Now, the quickest way to mastery is through immersion. And for 2 solid days in Denver, Boston, and Tampa, I'll create a new standard of wealth for those few trader investors who have a burning desire to succeed. At my Master Trader course, I'll teach you how to create the ultimate money machine. And these are the best-kept secrets in the business. Roadblocks, folks. Dabblers give up when they first appear. Stressors last just a little bit longer, but masters expect roadblocks and achieve extraordinary results when they bust right through them. I have all the benefit of knowing the type of wealth creation that I can generate for you. You don't. That's why I'm making this unconditional money-back guarantee. If for any reason you're not satisfied with my Master Trader course, I'll refund every penny. That's right. I take all the risk, and you get all the benefit. Go to the homepage at tfnn.com and sign up today.
Here's what people are saying about Tiger TV.
Let's go to John in Tampa. Hey, John, what's going on?
Hi, Tom. How are you, sir?
I'm doing great. You having a good day out there?
A wonderful day. I love your Tiger TV. I watch it every day. I'm like a kid in a candy store.
Oh, man, I appreciate you out there watching it. How long have you been watching the Tiger TV?
I'm watching almost a month now, and it's wonderful.
It's pretty cool, isn't it?
Oh, yes, it's cool. You see the charts and everything. Thanks so much for the hard work.
Tiger TV, a great news service from TFNN.com. This segment is brought to you by Goldfields. For more information, just click the Goldfields banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Steve Rhodes, Tom O'Brien. We appreciate you growling and prowling out here with us, folks. We get the Dow right now down 164. Nasdaq's off 40. S&P's are off 18.
You know, the king is back.
Yeah,
They tried to hammer the king on Friday. You know, closed down inside that swing point.
They did, man.
Said, well, okay, you know, this might want to go down and test the bottom there.
Let me tell you, it was serious business.
Yeah.
It was, and what Steve's talking about, folks, is that, you know, on the April 3rd, that's the day of strength, okay? 78, 79 was the bottom.
Yeah.
And, you know, bottom line is that they hammered that as well as they could. Now what you have, and this is where failures, folks, you can learn more from failures than actually which is really cool.
No, absolutely.
And now it failed. And so what's going to happen, folks, is you're going to see 80.30 ASAP. And bottom line, that gives you 81.16, and more than likely, what it's going to give you is all the way up to 82.5 or something.
Yeah.
You know.
Now this is where when you start to dig down then into the intraday charts,
yeah,
you can start to see some information be released to you. So I've got the 60-minute. So as I was doing some analysis this morning, as I got up early like normal, started working on my newsletter for just to understand what's going on in the markets.
Right.
Okay, what happened with the dollar index? Well, number one, it made an A to B equals CD down almost like to the tick.
Okay.
You know, and what it was really setting up was a Gartley buy pattern. So on the 60-minute chart, even though, you know, they did close it and it got down to that area, you know, it held right where it should have.
Right.
And you had a 1.61 expansion. So you completed an ABC, so
that is crazy.
So now, without digging down, if we were just taking a look at the swing points on the daily, I was kind of like, okay, you know, this thing looks like it wants to set up, move down to the bottom. On Friday evening, I was going to say, okay, we get the new moon coming in. We have Bradley intermediate date.
I know.
We've got P index date today. You got everything. So I was like, okay, this would be great for the market actually to move up into that time frame.
Right.
But then all of a sudden this morning when I started to take a look at completing an ABC, having a 1.618 of a recent expansion, I was just kind of like, oh man, actually it was signaling just the opposite.
Well, you get that orb there anyway, right?
That's right. You do. Yeah. You do. Yeah. Right. You do for sure.
I mean, look at this buy, folks. The last buy in the dollar index. Okay, 1,700 contracts in 10 minutes. That doesn't happen. You know, so someone is in there now. And you can see the spike is plain clear. I mean, You know, there's action out here, and that action, you know, unfortunately for bulls is downtown. You know, we go over to the. Let me go look at Rango Resources for a second. That's not bad. Rango's coming back. An Eco Eagle. A couple of these are just okay. So an Eco Eagle's going after it now. That I've been waiting for this 3142 to get tested. It's going after it. We'll see whether it can hold it or not. It looks to me like it's going to bust it out, which is just really, I mean, the whole aspect of what you have happening here is just it's a replay of. There's been a huge distribution of paper.
Yes.
And they're going to stick everyone with the paper.
Yes. The wallpaper.
Markets are a trip. There's no two ways about it.
Now, what's interesting is you get the euro getting just smoked this morning.
Right.
Pound is holding up pretty well.
Right.
You know, pretty well, all things considered. So I don't know if people are trying to move out of the pound or out of the euro into the pound.
That would make sense. No, if we were in Britain, if we were in Europe, that would make sense. I'd be getting out of the euro. I can tell you that.
Well, they're getting out of the euro.
Right. You know, get into the dollar, get into the pound, because the pound, and that totally makes sense. So think about something for a second, folks, right? You know, Britain, England in general, owned the world forever, okay? And they were smart enough not to go in the euro. Those guys must have been saying, they were looking around and saying, well, you mind?
Exactly.
It's bad enough that we have all these colonies that have revolted against us, and now we can't get all their resources anymore.
Yeah, on CNBC, didn't they have somebody from the ECB or on this morning or something like that?
They did, because
I've seen
well,
they want us to pitch in more.
Yeah.
Don't they?
Pitch in more, all right. They're out of their minds. They do want us to pitch in more.
Yeah.
And eventually, I bet we will. Okay. But what's going to happen is that what you're going to see is that by the time that we pitch in, folks. Okay. So watch the.
Is that when we can control the world?
It's when the Goldman Sachs is the one. Remember we were just talking about Goldman Sachs, folks, has never had so much money on its balance sheet, okay?
Yeah.
And if you remember on the 2007, 8, and the banks had no money. Well, you know what?
Right. They couldn't.
They're waiting for lower prices right now. They'll be in cahoots with, of course. I mean, what difference? Whether it's the Goldman, the government, they're all in cahoots anyway.
That's right.
So you crash the asset prices.
Yeah.
Boom. They come in.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go.
Yeah.
Let's start it up again, brother. Steve Rhodes, Tom O'Brien, all you tigers and tigresses, folks. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. We get the Dow down 163, NASDAQ off 42, S&P's off 19. We're going to be right back.
You've heard Tom O'Brien on the air, and you've always thought about trying out his newsletter, Market Insights. Well, now is the perfect time. For a limited time only, when you sign up for a 2-week free trial to Market Insights, we'll send you a free copy of Tom O'Brien's best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System. If you decide to cancel within the 2-week trial period, pay absolutely nothing, and keep Tom's book as a free gift from us. Tom sends out his daily newsletter each morning by 9:30 a.m. with trade recommendations, including price targets and price stops. As recently as March 21st, Market Insights subscribers closed out a position for more than a 25% profit in just over 2 weeks. To get your 2-week free trial to Market Insights, along with your free copy of The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, visit the front page of TFNN.com. Supplies are limited for this one-of-a-kind special, so act today and don't let this opportunity pass you by. Offer only valid for new subscribers. In just December of last year, the price of gold was down over 10%. In today's highly volatile gold market, you need someone in your corner that understands the complex relationships that exist within the price of gold, as well as within a variety of gold equities. Whether it's the South African gold miners and knowing how the Rand-dollar relationship will affect their bottom line, or understanding how John Paulson's $5 billion trade in the GLD can move the market, Tom O'Brien gives you the direction you need to become become a better trader each week in his newsletter, The Gold Report. With over 20 individual equities covered and almost another 20 on the potential watch list each week, in addition to covering the XAU, HUI, GLD, and dollar, The Gold Report is a great source for any trader that is looking to be diversified in today's volatile gold market. For your 30-day free trial to Tom O'Brien's Gold Report, log on to TFNN.com today. Don't miss out on this great offer. Act now.
What type of investor are you? Conservative, moderate, or aggressive? No matter your investor personality, your overall portfolio should reflect your financial goals, time horizon, and your risk tolerance. Help ensure your portfolio is appropriately invested with an asset allocation plan from Morgan Stanley Smith Barney. Simply picking the right stocks is not enough. Research has shown that choosing the right proportion of stocks, bonds, and cash is essential to the success of your long-term investments. Morgan Stanley Smith Barney believes that a carefully selected portfolio can lower volatility and increase investment return potential. Find out about what asset allocation and a Morgan Stanley Smith Barney financial advisor can do for you. Call Angela O'Brien, First Vice President and Certified Financial Planner of the Clearwater, Florida branch at 727-441-6108 today to discuss your personal financial needs. Asset allocation does not assure a profit or protect against loss in declining financial markets. Investments and services are offered through Morgan Stanley Smith Barney, LLC. Member SIPC.
In the world of financial markets, there's a new player in town with an exciting new way to trade the markets. Nadex now offers binary options as well as bull spreads in a wide range of indices along with commodity and forex markets. With as little as $100, you can gain access to a new way to trade global financial markets while guaranteeing that your risk will always be capped. Nadex allows you to multiply your trading opportunities in ways never imagined before and access markets you once thought were out of reach. With short-term trading opportunities available, including binary options expiring each hour the market is open, Nadex allows you to take advantage of a variety of market conditions regardless of volatility or market direction. Now is the time to take advantage of this exciting new market. Don't let this trading opportunity pass you by. Open your account today by clicking on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Nadex, a better way to trade.
This segment is brought to you by Crocodile Gold. For more information, just click the Crocodile Gold banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Steve Rhodes, Tom O'Brien. We appreciate you growling and prowling out here with us. If we go over to Europe, Europe is absolutely getting taken apart, folks. Now, let's go right to Spain first, because Spain is 120 points off of the March 2009 lows. And that's after coming down today 212 points. Now, the way this is set up...
It's kind of been nonstop on the way down there.
Oh, man. I'm telling you, man. I think it looks to me like a larger...
ABC down?
It's the larger ABC down. And a larger ABC down, what? 16,000...
Back to 1992.
So it's a 10,000 ABC down, which would get you a 2,000, which would be 1992. And we're going to know real soon, folks, okay? So check this out. This is the thing that's bizarre about this, okay? To this point, it is coming down with about the same amount of volume. The B point on this says 22 billion. We came down with 20.7 billion last month. Last quarter, rather. So the quarter. It's by the quarter.
Okay.
That's how you'd have to do them on this larger one.
Yeah.
But that's intense, man. That's about as intense as you get. The DAX this morning, well, if we go look at the DAX, what you have inside the DAX is that the DAX is breaking the B point. We'll see whether I don't get the volume characteristic on this for a few more hours, but it's a very large A to B. The A point is 7,200. The B is 60, let's say 66, so 4, 5, 6.
If you use that, you don't have much of a retracement, so it's more than one-to-one ABC down.
And that's 6,200. And 6,200 is going to bring you back inside the October 28th time frame.
Which the market busted through that area on light volume, across the board.
That's right. That's right.
Across the board.
That's right.
Went up over that area, light volume everywhere.
Right. And so what you have to picture, too, here, and Steve and I were just talking about this at the break, folks, is that if you're a money manager, right, and you've been in the market and you're up like this, and you've seen this happen a few days, right, what are you going to do? Well, if you use your common sense, you'd be selling. I'd be selling everything, because for your clients, the bottom line is that you're still up, and you better not give it back, because you could sell everything and do nothing, be in the Hamptons for the summer, come back, in October.
That's right,
Anyone that's been in the market knows that this is a bad time in the marketplace, 8 out of 9 times.
Yeah.
Okay? So it's like, good, come back in October, November, when no one, after the downdrafts here, no one has any money, no one wants anything, and then buy like crazy again for the last 6 weeks into the year. So
the energy sector, the XLE folks, that is looks like that wants to take out another swing point, which is back on. Now that is already below October 27th, I believe. That's right.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So
big time.
That one was the first signal.
It was,
because it was such an important element inside the S&P.
Right.
And, that is trying to take out, another swing point area.
This is the third ABC down.
It's got volume today.
It's going to do it. It's a third ABC structure down from the highs of 76. Yeah. That's a huge heads up, because what you do have inside the S&P is that's a large weighting. That's a huge weighting.
Yeah.
And ConocoPhillips.
They came out with some numbers today. I think they missed their numbers.
I believe they missed today, yeah. And they're not getting killed that bad, really. They were only down 80 cents, which is nothing. But off their high, they're, I guess, $6 off their high. Not the end of the world.
So only 2 green IBD 50 stocks that we have are GNC Holdings.
Okay.
It's actually up about 7 pennies. But, that's still positive. And NetEase. And those two are not taking any hit right now.
Right.
Otherwise, on the IBD 50, folks, you got Priceline number 1, numero uno, price-wise, on the way down almost $20, $19.95.
That's taking a B point.
And that's taking that. That's creating an ABC down now. It's confirming it today. Yeah.
Thank God we went to the ABC school.
That is great.
Let's go over and take a look at Apple. Apple, of course, had the huge acceleration on the way up. We're 10 million shares right now. It's down $8. Looks like it's going to do even more than on Friday, And
yes.
It is an ABC down. Your 8 point on that is 640. Oh, here, I'll do this because I know a Tiger is asking about this. So your 8 point on this is 644. The A's are always just, you just talk at the beginning, top of the trend.
Yeah.
So that's the high, 644. Your B is 571. That's it, So what's that, 40, that's 30, 44, 77, right? 76 to ballpark it. Your C point is at 620. So that's 550. I'm just ballparking it, but 550 is the number.
Yeah.
And 550, what does happen is that it would likely you're going to see 526 to 496 because there's no floors in the middle.
Yeah.
You just come in. And in fact, you can make the argument, folks, and this is what's really dangerous about Apple. You can make the argument that there's no floors all the way down, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's pretty intense, man.
Well, what you want to do is you go over to the weekly chart. I think you were probably still in the daily chart.
Yeah,
just to try to find some element out there. But they'll be buying Apple all the way down. They come out with earnings on Thursday, I believe, right? Is it this week?
Yeah.
I think they come out with earnings this week.
You know what? I would I hope people end up making money in Apple.
Yeah, I mean, Apple was such an incredible run.
Exactly. April 24th. So that's tomorrow night.
Okay. Yeah.
And the reason I'm saying that, folks, meaning that I have seen in my lifetime so many runs that people have not made money on.
Yeah, right.
Okay?
Right.
I've just seen it. I've seen it in real estate in the 70s and 80s. I've seen it in gold. They won't take their money.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
And Apple's another continual right here. You've got to take your money, folks. Okay? Nothing goes up forever and nothing goes down forever.
Yeah.
If you don't take your money and go do something with it, what are you going to do? You're not going to be around. and money's no good. You're supposed to take money to go do something with it.
Oh, absolutely. I was trying to find it out here. I just pulled up the chart. The NYSE. So, because we oftentimes we just simply overlook it, right?
Yes.
So, although it's one that we shouldn't overlook.
Right.
That's
right.
I mean, that's the first point. But if we take a look at, put it on a monthly chart, because I'm always looking for those leading indicator,
that's right.
Candle patterns that are out there. This is absolutely putting in a bearish engulfing. And
wow.
that's a bad let me tell you, folks, it's a bad sign, especially if you get follow through the following month and you got lower price.
Wow.
It's they don't.
And not only that, you see
often.
what it's doing? Folks, this is amazing. What it's doing, that's the 3 Black Crows.
Yes.
And they love testing.
Yeah.
Now look at this. Oh, this is crazy.
Yeah.
You get a double.
I know.
No, you get a double.
Yeah.
You get a 3 Black. Where's that first one? No. Go
all the way back here? Oh, that's off the highs. Yeah,
So,
it's off the highs in October of 2007.
Okay, so watch this, folks. This is what you're looking at. First off, you're looking at 3 Black Crows from October 7th.
That's right.
Okay, is that a monthly?
Yeah, it's a monthly.
Okay.
Yeah,
so
it's even more difficult to
It's intense.
make. Yeah.
Okay, so watch this. They love getting tested.
That's right.
Now, the next
Very
one, bring the
interesting.
next one up over. No, way over.
Oh, you want these?
What's that?
Oh, this is the highs, 2011.
That's 2011.
Yeah.
Now, watch this, folks, and they
2011.
love to do this. Oh,
Yeah.
this is sick.
It moves all the way back
okay,
up there.
so now you get a mini 3 Black Crow.
That's right.
It comes up and tested it again?
Yeah.
See ya! Don't want to be ya!
And with the
That's
bearish
sick.
engulfing monthly candle.
That's
so
sick.
It's the one index that's really critical to pay attention to, and oftentimes we just simply, just overlook it just simply because. But it's really important, folks, to be paying attention to that. Now, month isn't over till next Monday, but right now signs are not good.
Unbelievable.
Not even close to being good.
That is pretty wild, man.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, it's amazing how charts can actually scream.
Yeah.
And all it really has to do with, folks, is where's the demand, where's the supply, and in this particular case, we're way over the structure anyway. So it's push everything out, get everything going, meaning push it into someone else.
Yeah,
and trap them like rats again.
I had a caller on the morning show, and we were just simply, I think we were taking a look at just a Great Basin Gold on the monthly chart.
Yeah.
And a Great Basin, it was one of the charts that we were taking a look. Maybe it wasn't Great Basin, but some of the chart that we were taking a look at as well. It wasn't Great Basin, but again had a bearish on a monthly basis. Bearish engulfing. With the market starting to move down, and it gave you all the indications. Move out.
Yeah. Oh, I'm telling you, man.
Move out.
It's intense, no doubt about it. Let's go to John in Philly. Hey, John, what's going on?
Tommy, Steve, good morning to you both.
How you doing, man?
Terrific.
Good.
Hey, Steve, let me preface this. I called in about the NASDAQ comp.
Yes.
But, Steve, as you're reviewing the NYSE comp, the monthly,
yes.
This jives together beautifully. Tommy, I wanted you to pull up the NASDAQ comp.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask you to pull up the monthly going back to 1999.
Okay.
And I want you to tell me what you see when you look at price and volume on that index. I'm thinking there's a bear market rally that peaked off that 2002 bottom, completed April 2nd. What do you see?
Let's see. So I hit the comp to, let me put it back, maximum. Keeps changing. It keeps changing to a quarterly on me, a maximum. Let me get this. Come on, I got to make it a monthly.
While you're doing that, Tommy, let me mention the high on the NASDAQ comp at that 3130 level.
Right.
That's exactly a 50% retrace off the 5,000 or so peak back in 2000.
Yeah, isn't that cool? And all it has to do, by the way, folks, is that once it gets back inside, the comp that October of, this gets more interesting. I see what's happening now. Oh, interesting, man. Okay, so, this is sick. Because the 2861 level is crucial, and we're at 2949 now. And what that is this. Listen to this, folks. This is pretty sick. What I didn't realize, even on the comp, is that the October 27th level of 2011.
Yes.
Okay. Well, you know what, folks? That it matches up with the highs of October of 2007. So if you go back underneath that level, get out of the way. Because the way the theory goes is that you can't bust them up, you're going to bust them down.
Yeah.
And that means, bottom line, is that it's going to make a run for the lows.
Yeah.
And Tommy, as I'm looking at your chart there, thanks for pulling that up. As I'm looking at that monthly comp chart you've got there, the rally from the 2009 bottom, look at that monthly chart, Tommy. If that's not a 3 drives to a top pattern, I don't know what is.
Oh, isn't that pretty? I see what he's looking at. So he's looking at the first. Yeah, he is. The first one is 25.35. The second one is, And look at it. What's really cool here. Watch this, too. So the first one at the peak on a monthly had 13.6 billion. Okay? The second peak had 11.9 billion. The third one had 9.6 billion. That's the name of the game, folks. Okay?
Thanks, Tommy.
Cooking, brother. Have a great one, man. Have a safe one. You can see that each higher high dramatically lighter volume by the tune of 30%. See what? It's the whole thing is crazy, man. I mean, it's absolutely wild.
Yeah. Now the OEX also has a 3 drive on the weekly chart.
Okay.
So there you're dealing with the S&P 100. So that was it was actually how did it know Walmart and IBM?
I know.
Big stocks
inside
the S&P. We're going to.
Isn't that a trip?
Yeah. There's
no doubt about it.
How is that possible? Because that one was beautiful because you had a 1.618 expansion between swing points.
Right.
And 1.272 expansion. Had it all.
It's amazing. Absolutely amazing. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. We get, right now, the Dow is now 153. NASDAQ is off 51. The S&Ps are off 18.
Kind of interesting. The only stock inside the Dow that's holding up pretty well is ExxonMobil.
XOM.
Yeah, I mean they're
what's it
up
up, 2 pennies
or it's flat. But hey,
yeah, no, it's up 3 pennies. It's up 3 pennies. That's right. That's right. No doubt about it. Yeah, that something just happened that got a little pop. There's no two ways about it.
Yeah. So gold then. So back to gold. You're taking a look at this breaking down and coming back to the lows here.
See what it looks like it wants to do, man. It's still this gold this morning is doing just like silver. See, gold's on an ABC down, confirmed ABC down on a weekly.
And you're using as your B point. What's the?
It's all the way up here actually. It's 1680.
Okay.
Oh, you could actually no, it's 1666.
Okay.
So that well, I got to put this on a weekly actually, but that's saying it wants to come down to 1563.
Yeah.
Now. It looks like it wants to hold, but that's how silver was looking last week, too. And silver, they took it apart this morning.
Yeah.
And so, and the stocks are getting taken apart, period. Okay, so when we get down and we take a look at how silver's getting taken apart, it breaks with wide price spread. The conviction on it, we're at 40,000 contracts right now. And we need, it's going to do it, 63,000 contracts.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, man, silver wants to, run down to the bottom. So what I suspect we're going to have there is that at that bottom, no one's going to want to deal with anything. And that's going to be an extraordinary buy.
Yeah.
Because these equities are going to be a much lower than they thought. In fact,
and cheap.
I was just saying to Steve, folks, we're bears, but I said to him, I said, you know what? This might be a lot lower than we even realize. And that's what happens in markets, folks. There's no two ways about it. Listen, folks, I'll talk about the Tiger Fund when we come back. If you are an accredited investor, I just opened a real estate fund. You can email tigerfund@tfnn.com if you want some information. Steve Rhodes, Tom O'Brien, we're coming right back.
Are you looking for a precision edge in the market? Something that can stack the odds in your favor? Then look into Larry Pesavento's new trading newsletter, Patterns, Profits, and Peace of Mind. In each weekly issue, Larry explains what's going to happen in the markets based on the pattern he sees developing and gives you actionable trade ideas based on those patterns. Plus, you'll get his detailed analysis on a variety of markets and sectors, including stocks, treasury bonds, the gold market, oil, the dollar, the forex market, and more. And you'll get the Technical Corner segment, which is a short but powerful weekly training session on trading. You'll get access to all the patterns Larry is seeing in the markets, plus the Astro Harmonics and powerful Bradley stock market model that Larry utilizes for less than $5 a day. An extremely potent combination that will give you just the edge you've been looking for. Try Patterns, Profits, and Peace of Mind absolutely free for 2 weeks. Go to tfnn.com and click on the free trial link at the top of the page. That's an $85 value, yours free when you register right now. Get Larry's Patterns, Profits, and Peace of Mind and get the edge you've been looking for.
At At Tiger Metal Exchange, we pay you more for converting your jewelry to cash.
Let's go to Brian in New Jersey. Hey, Brian, what's going on?
Hey, Tom, I just want to let you know I did give you some jewelry. My jeweler offered me about $650, but you get a check in the mail tomorrow for about $1,200.
At Tiger Metal Exchange, it's all about honesty when converting your jewelry to cash.
Okay, let's go to Paul in Florida first. Hey, Paul, what's going on?
I want to commend you on the Tiger Metal Exchange. I just did a deal with you guys the other day.
Oh, good.
I'm very happy.
Well, I appreciate it. Now, did you sell us jewelry or did you buy coins off us?
I sold you jewelry.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
What we weighted at was less than you guys said, so, you're totally honest.
At Tiger Metal Exchange, we give you the tools to value your gold, and it's absolutely free. Call 866-618-8888 or log on to TigerMetalExchange.com. We've created the easiest, safest, and most honest cash for gold process. Tiger Metal Exchange. It's the only call you need to make.
David White's newsletter, The Technology Insider, is focused like a laser on finding the next big things in technology. If you had invested only $10,000 in Microsoft in 1986, you'd have been a millionaire by 2000. Disruptive technology like Microsoft's is the key to these massive long-term profits, and the Tech Insider is the vehicle from TFNN to capitalize on these opportunities. This is the go-to newsletter that identifies, monitors, and profits on mostly little-known cutting-edge companies with great long-term prospects. David's experience is as an inventor of Emmy-winning animation products for TV and Hollywood that propelled a company public. Match that with 14 years as a full-time trader, and he's uniquely qualified to guide you through the light-speed world of ever-evolving high-tech. If you're ready to ride the next big technology bull market for less than $40 per month, log on to TFNN.com and get your 2-week free trial to the Technology Insider. Get in on the ground floor of the next big thing today. Great Basin Gold is a mining company engaged in the exploration and development of 2 emerging gold properties in Nevada and South Africa with a total resource base of more than 23 million gold ounces. Great Basin's Burnstone mine in South Africa opened in February of this year with a resource of 20 million gold ounces, becoming the first mine to open in the historic Witwatersrand Basin in the last 30 years. The Burnstone mine is projected to have a 25-year mine life and is fully financed with production anticipated to be over 250,000 ounces per year at a cash cost of only $450 per ounce. The Hollister mine in Nevada became fully integrated in the 4th quarter of 2010 with annual production estimates of 110,000 ounces of gold per year over the 8-year mine life at a cash cost of only $527 per ounce. Great Basin Gold is cash flow positive and trades on the Toronto and New York stock exchanges under the symbol GBG.
Catch Basil Chapman as he uses his Chapman Wave methodology to call the markets. The Tiger Technicians Hour, next on TFNN.
Welcome back, folks. Steve Rhodes, Tom O'Brien. We appreciate you growling and prowling out here with us. We get the Dow up 153, NASDAQ 49, S&P's $20, and let's see. So you're at 222 on the NYSE, and you're at 560 on the NASDAQ Composite. That's a good sized number on the NASDAQ Composite. The ABC structure, let me see, the ABC is 1.9 billion, folks. Yeah, and you're taking the B point out. So it's 1.9. You get more than 1.9, that's an ABC structure on the way down.
And a larger one.
Yes.
Too.
Oh, yeah. Big time. Yeah. Big time. Bonds.
Yeah, so bonds. So you got bonds. When we take a look at the 30-year bond, it's just completing today a 1 to 1.618, A to B equals C to up. And so, but it's coming through there with, with wide price spread.
Right.
Absolutely. Volume needs probably a little bit more.
Right.
But, what's your take on that as this is, because I know one of the things you teach is 1 to 1.618 A, B, C, D ups.
That's right.
And then, 1 to 2.
That can change.
Can change.
Meaning, to change a trend.
Yeah. But it's that 1 to 2, though,
that's right.
Is that the...
No, not even the 1 to 1.618.
Yeah.
Now, is that on a daily?
That's a daily chart.
Yeah.
It's a daily chart.
That can say that, okay, bottom line is that you can move back. I mean, my take on bonds right now is that the 144.22 20 is sticking out like a sore thumb. It wants to be tested.
Yes.
Now, when you're coming in with wide price spread, you're coming in with strength.
Yeah. And when you're making that D point, to me, that's, I think, what's real critical. I mean, when you're making let's say, if you're making a 1 to 1.618,
right,
you'd much prefer to see smaller bars coming in there, losing strength. Not where you're up near your session highs.
That's right.
You're big catapulting up into that. to me, that's where I think it gives off the signal that it wants to bust through that area.
Now watch this.
Which is important.
No,
to
I agree.
understand.
And now because what this has been doing, folks, okay, is that on the much larger chart, this is so tight, it's insane.
Just that consolidation.
Okay?
Yeah.
We're talking about, this has been in the same consolidation since August of 2011. Okay? So what that's telling me is that we get a monster ABC up.
Oh,
and
man.
$1.60 is on the agenda.
Yeah.
And see, the best part is that no one believes it, which is even better.
Yeah.
Because I had a hard time believing it myself. And then I kept looking. I says, you know what, man? This is like the king dollar. This is refusing to back off.
Yeah.
And it makes sense to me on a fundamental basis. The reason being is that, remember we were talking about last week, okay? So watch how this goes, folks, if you didn't hear this. Because of 2007, 2008, big corporations, any type of big money, anything over $250,000 in a corporate account, folks, okay?
Right, that's
is
right.
not guaranteed, number one, okay? So, picture how it can get guaranteed, though. If you have more than $250,000 in the account, right, you can say to the bank, okay, I want this in an insured account and pay me no interest.
Yes.
Well, that's a no-brainer.
Yeah.
That's the accounts that you want.
That's right.
Okay, if you're a company, you have to get those accounts. You're kidding yourself, okay? So, what the banks can do is that the banks can take that money and put it in bonds and leverage the deal out.
Yeah.
As soon as I figured that out, I says, "Oh my God!" Because technically it wants to go, but fundamentally, that's another catalyst that is putting juice into it.
No.
And corporations, just so you can understand, so what do you get, 0.2% per year? Well, $1 million, that's nothing. That's chicken feed. That's like, what, you're going to lose your money?
And you want your cash back.
You want the cash back. So, I mean, it's pretty, now the way that law is structured, by the way, folks, that law expires December 31st of this year.
Okay.
Now, I suspect that they'll accelerate it forward again. If they don't, well, that's going to change aspects again, too. But you can see what a regulation can do, how it can change things very quickly.
Yeah, no question. Absolutely.
Unreal. You stay right there, folks. We got a beautiful Monday morning for you. We're going up to Newton, Massachusetts with our man Basil Chapman, 11 to 12. Tucson, Arizona, Larry Pesavento, 12 to 1. Back here, David White, 3 to 4 and 4 to 6.
Have a great day, folks.
Have a great one. Have a safe one, folks.